are you?
Don't worry. I'll give it back to you after this. I'm sure it's bugged, and we wouldn't want anyone listening in now, would we?
We'll take a few laps around the block, and then drop you back off at the hospital. Sorry, but we just need a bit of your time.
Very well. Who are you people?
We're just local detectives. Kitakata-sensei is an acquaintance of ours. We know about Mitsuru, and we know that 5 years ago, a man named Shinya Kawai mysteriously disappeared and died.
I have no idea what you're saying.
But you do. I know how this must come across right now, so I assure you, we aren't the ones posing a threat.
Fine. What is it you want, then?
All I want is the truth. In your own words. About Shinya Kawai, and how you carried out his murder.
You're mistaken. I didn't do it.
The other day you received a call from Kitakata-sensei, didn't you? He goes by the name Kuwana now, and works as a handyman in Ijincho. He made that call because we needed to confirm something.
Confirm what?
Whether or not...
Public security?
As it turns out, you are. Your cell phone is bugged. It can even use GPS. That kind of traces only... Unless you're public security. Could pull something like that off in secret. They want to hit you where you're vulnerable. And that's what you are now, after Kuwana. Do you understand, Kusumoto-san? You must really be something special. You were never in this job for yourself. It fell into your lap. That's why you don't combine all that with a cape. You're cleaning things you know. I think that's...
I have more than... And I have no doubt to be established naturally. The more...
Are you implying it's...
The world... But if you... In that regard, public security's role is to stabilize and maintain the state, even while bound by constraint. In other words, so the fact that I...
Pesky foreign ops to these established...
I guess that...
Yeah. And that's when they turned the spotlight on Shinya Kawai's disappearance. An event that was tricky.
Yes.
An active duty policeman exacted revenge on the bully who drove his son to suicide. Your enemies must have heard that and thought to themselves, what would Reiko... I'm guessing that's what prompted public security to make their move. As the details of Ahara's case came to light, a group of thugs calling themselves RK started looking for Shinya Kawai. All to find out that he was kidnapped 5 years ago, probably killed. Even after, but if they found out...
How long are you going...
As public, that link being Sawa-sensei. She was Mitsuru-kun's classmate and Toshiro Ahara's teacher. Not only that, she was also not... That must have been when they got Kuwana's name. I think Sawa-sensei suspected that Kuwana was... And so Kusumoto-san.
Wait, are you... He said he wouldn't cause me any...
Kuwana and I are competitors on a temporary ceasefire. We're not colleagues. How's your son doing now?
He could wake up any minute. We transferred him, but it turns...
I have to ask you about Shinya Kawai. You killed him 5 years ago. I understand.
If you spoke...
I do.
Aside from Kawai... I don't think they... I bow. It was only... That's when I knew.
And your solution was to pull them into the quagmire? Make them accomplices in murdering...
What more do you need to ask?
Has anybody...
I have my suspicions.
What were their names? I imagine what they wanted was to... Because if all they wanted was to eliminate you, some kind of accident would be easily arranged.
Yes. I suppose you're right.
Do you have any idea what these people are after? Do you mind sharing?
What they want is control of the pension fund, which is under the Health Ministry's jurisdiction.
Pension fund?
An independent agency within the ministry manages...
What?
And certain groups want to take bigger risks. In other words, they want the health ministry. They believe in secure the future of this country.
I mean...
Of course. If the gamble actually pays off. But if we lost the gamble, that's why the health ministry...
Okay.
You do? Only me.
To be able to get... And here's Kusama. Her position, but not only does Kusama... If a new
So that's why they wanted to find her weakness and exploit it?
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm guessing they've already contacted you about it?
That's an assumption.
I get it now.
Please.
Anything you want me to tell?
I do. He needs to run. Far away. Public security has their sights on him. His capture is not a question of... And once public security has him...
You mean he'd be tortured?
Yes. No one can...
They would expose your...
Most likely.
I get that.
What?
Because in my opinion, you need to turn yourself in, Kusumaru-san.
You want me to admit to manslaughter? You think I killed a real man? I say he was less than one. Shinya Kawai. He was little more than a subhuman brute. And you saw it. You saw what that brute did to my son. I hated Kitakata-sensei. He was an incompetent teacher. An idiot who turned a blind eye to Mitsuru being tortured. But that changed when he suddenly showed up 8 years later. And then he showed me that video. He said, every bully in that video, they deserved to be punished. That it was the only way to get closure.
You took him up on it? But you of all people should have known better.
True. You're right about that. I struggled with it quite a bit. It's an unconscionable act, no matter how deep your animosity runs. But Kitakata-sensei's words hung on. I couldn't get them out of my head. I saw for myself. I went to Kamurocho, where I'd heard Kawai was working, at a girls' bar. So you know, after Mitsuru jumped that day, Kawai came to me in tears to apologize. I hadn't seen him in all that time. If he'd frozen in place when he saw me, if he'd been the slightest bit apologetic, I might have been able to stay my hand.
I take it he didn't do any of that.
Right. He didn't even recognize my face. And that's hardly the worst part of it, actually. When he saw me, he took me for some bawdy cougar on the prowl for young men. If you've got the cash, I'll show you a good time, he said. All those tears he'd shed years earlier were a farce. But I knew that. Deep down, I'd already known that. That was it. That was the moment I lost all doubt about killing him. And as for those other kids who bullied Mitsuru, they should thank me they didn't share his fate. But that's why. That's why I don't feel like I have any sins to atone for. Every night, I pray he will wake up. What more can you ask me to endure?
Kawana said something similar. But you think you can repeat all that? This time say it to her.
Isn't that Sawa-san?
You and Kawana can congratulate yourselves. You got vengeance on a monster. But what you're choosing not to see is that your actions had consequences for her. It's vicious. I've seen this before. Justice for one at the cost of another. Someone innocent always pays the price. I won't just sit here and watch as history tries to repeat itself. This phone isn't being traced by anyone. So, if you have a change of heart, just give me a call before you turn yourself in. That's all I had to say. We're back.
Right here okay, Yagami-san?
Yeah. I'm gonna go talk to Kawana. Need to...
Look who we
It's only been 2 or 3 days.
How should I put this? Would you freak out if he was right behind you?
You know, this kind of shit is why you get on my nerves.
Couldn't we have done this by phone?
I just came from seeing Reiko Kusumoto.
What?
What did she have?
She had no sins to atone for.
Of course not.
This isn't yours to finish. How do you think her folks feel? Do they have to suffer like with Sawa?
Say
That's exactly.
Listen, young, and she's...
If she was...
There's beside. Even if...
Don't think you've killed my colleague.
I would... And by then...
You're just gonna...
Is that, truth be told...
What?
Sawa-kun herself...
What is this?
After a...
Toshiro, and a few minutes later, I'll never forget the fear I saw in Toshiro-kun's face. He told me about every note, and yet they said believe me.
Sawa-kun's testimony in court was false, and she was racked with guilt over it.
And your first thought was to record it? When she was at her most vulnerable?
Yes. And then I played it for Ihara-san. He...
All you did was light the fires of vengeance in a heart.
You know, I mean,
And that's somebody...
If it means I can prevent another Mitsuru Kusumoto, yes, I will keep killing. These bastards who prey on the defenseless must be punished for all to see. I wish the law would do it.
I understand what you're saying, but you're taking it too far. Just stop, Kawana.
If you really want to...
Next time I go...
Well,
What a waste. Really, guys?
That all you got? Come on, bring it! That all you got? Come on, bring it!
What a waste. Hello?
It's Shirosaki. Are you in Yokohama again, Yagami-san?
Yeah. Is this about Ahara's trial?
Yes.
Off the record.
They want to discuss with the judge. The video has lots.
Is the prosecution
That's quite, which is why we're...
Of course.
Thank you very much.
So what you're saying is, Yui Mamiya was not a victim of sexual battery, but rather she conspired with Akihiro Ehara to fake a murder alibi. We've already...
To establish the groping itself...
It sounds like the defendant
Ehara got the... It was easy, but we have...
We?
Yagami-sensei still has
Forget
a
what I
life.
said.
He'd insisted he was hostile, but it was his shit.
Damn.
Because I honestly...
I'll tell you this.
Can we
Yes.
confirm?
But if...
Ehara's
what is...
making... And you'd be...
You've got a real attitude.
Sorry, I'm a bit...
So, with this appeal, the defense wants to assert the defendant's innocence by establishing his guilt in a murder.
Wait, before we go on...
He's from the Metropolitan. He's not here to participate.
Police can't afford...
Can we have your name, please?
The name is
And
Bond.
your title?
Think of... Forget I'm even here. Please.
So much for this meeting.
Allow me to... We cannot allow the murder... It's nothing but an all...
Indeed.
Furthermore...
Trap.
Yes. What if the next viral video proves the original footage was doctored? What if the... We cannot allow a man like Ehara to swing the court around by its nose at his whims. With that in mind, I believe Ehara's conviction. Would the defense care to comment? Did you think any of...
Yes. We aim to prove the defendant's innocence, no matter what your objection.
What about you?
We will prove Ehara...
You mean the murder video? You're no better than the public. Is there any real proof that the video isn't fake? Or are you trying to set a precedent for court sentences to hinge on dubious videos?
True, the prosecution might have a point here, Yagami-san.
What?
The murder footage may not have shown Ehara-san assaulting anyone, but that...
Oh,
What
right.
is this nonsense?
Ehara has to atone...
Come now.
Yagami-san,
What? What?
we're only appealing the groping...
Oh, right.
What is this nonsense?
Ehara's guilt... We don't think there was...
There was fiber...
That was a trick.
There is no... Was there perhaps
this-
Right. What were the other deciding factors? Security footage? The smartphone videos we kept seeing on TV? Those don't prove the crime either, because there was a huge time gap in it.
What?
We've done enough legwork to know. We can clearly see that Ahara killed Mikoshima. Keeping the estimated time of death in mind, it would be impossible for Ahara, as witnessed here, to be in any train.
The prosecution is too much.
Then we're at an end.
That's why it
still. Police.
Hey,
I.
in other.
Well. Here we go.
The card, Harry. That's.
Huh?
I don't have to.
Well. Did you? Then you. But if you. It seems that that's the.
The victim was running.
Oh, but
can you?
We don't.
What?
Oh, because.
Indeed, it is.
Then the. Although I.
The kid was.
Stop.
That is a statement. I do. If the court
Thank
was
you very
power,
much.
I too, therefore.
Sorry, son. Think you got this covered?
Huh?
I'll poke my.
Very well.
Bando-san.
I don't recall saying.
Do you know Reiko Kusamoto?
Of course.
Any particular? It's just you and
I see.
Ahara, so I have. You want to know where you finally
Guana, otherwise known as Yu Kitakata.
wanted from? You think you can hide that fact forever? Even the cops in the field.
Do they? Officers in the field.
And why did you use thug? Is that how South? You knew, or maybe you. Public security. I'm gonna ask.
And over.
What?
Do you have a reason to?
But he wasn't.
I didn't come.
What a waste.
ありがとうございました。
Come on, bring it! That all you got? 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 Come on, bring Bring it! Is that about it?
And stay down. Really, guys?
Yagami, that man.
Yeah,
I
there's-
see.
Oshinoku.
Yeah.
He's back?
He's number
Yeah.
2. Well, I'm not sure if you're aware, Yagami-san, but RK owns some of the cabaret clubs in Kamurocho, and Akutsu manages them. If a girl makes a lot of sales, or if she becomes a Akutsu, apparently
How do you know that?
So to sum it all up,
which is...
Oh, wow.
That's the part I did.
Despite...
hey, I'm not even mad. In fact, I'm up for the challenge.
Awesome, Sari-san. If you can rock the cabaret gig again, you can...
It'd be an undercover mission to infiltrate RK. Super risky. But damn if I don't want to see Saori-san transform one more time! I can't help it!
What the hell's got...
Are there any bars we know for sure that RK owns?
There is. RK recently took over...
Queen Root?
Yep. His only thing is...
Really?
Hey, totally...
This is no time to be
Okay,
busy.
well...
No need, I'll be fine. Just the other...
With Mari?
With all due
Oh.
respect.
Okay, then...
There will be no
Yeah,
need...
sure. Okay.
Believe me.
True.
All right.
Let's do...
Oh, wow. That is nice.
You can thank Mari-san.
It's perfect. I'm really...
Fine.
Oh, while you... Like Hoshino...
I understand.
How confident are you?
I can't...
That I'm with you all the... Watch out, Sari-san.
pass by this place sometime.
The owner remembered you.
The undercover cabaret.
It's a wireless here. I'll be there.
Got.
Oh! Saori-san! It's you! Yeah. Look.
Nice to see you again. Have you been well?
I'm fine. Last time you were now.
Yes.
Keep this on the desk. So we sold the bar. Ever since we don't even.
But
make
I
a
hear
profit.
the girls.
If they notice, or maybe
Where do girls usually?
But you have.
Can you hear me, Saori-san?
Yes.
So you got in okay?
Support?
Yes.
So, are you the new girl, the manager?
You're... I'm sorry. Nice to meet you. Oh.
What, so you just come back whenever...
Oh. So, I guess tonight I should sit back and watch the What? You could...
Excuse me?
No.
You little... Megu! You're old or new to...
I'm going to do my best. And...
Wow. Time... Hello! I'm Megu!
I'm sorry.
Oh, Saori-chan. Come, sit here.
Wow, you're beautiful.
So, how are you?
But, you know, I could make any prosecutor shake in his boots just by yelling, "Objection!"
That's awesome, you killer lawyer, you.
Jeez, why is Genda-sensei getting all the attention? For your information, I passed the national bar exam with top marks.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what's a bar exam?
Oh, you've got to... It's the toughest...
Oh, so it's a...
That's not...
Kanji aptitude is a very fine certification. And you're still bragging about
What?
it.
Sorry-chan. You can't talk that way.
No, but there's so much study.
I can't believe...
Yeah?
Yeah, from me?
The pay...
What is it? Oh, you want some champagne? One bottle?
No, wait!
There's our Mr. Big Time Lawyer. Thank you.
So the best...
Wait,
Genda-sensei!
there you... All right. Now it's a party, ladies.
Really? Thank you.
Listen up, girls. This is a heck of a lot of fun. I'm having a great time. I tell you, I love cabaret clubs. So much.
Me too, Genda-sensei. Special. I wish I...
So you guys are nice.
Uh-oh. Huh?
Of course.
The first...
Oh, I mean...
They're suspicious, but I just can't seem to control myself. Oh, am I...
Hoshino.
Oh, excuse me? Can we...
Yes?
Oh, wait a minute, what?
I guess... We can see I'm so sorry we were rude before.
Oh, please.
Yeah, you're a natural. I learned a lot.
Thanks for the. We haven't had.
No.
Come on. Boss, Sing.
That Akutsu-san wants to. There's already a taxi.
Really? Not kidding. I hope.
So.
Don't worry, Saori-san. I'm standing by. If you need me, I'll be there in a flash.
Driver, could you tell me where we're headed?
Oh, we're almost there, miss.
We're not leaving Kamurocho, are we?
No. No need to worry.
I think he's driving to the Thug Hangout, the underground club. That's where I met Soma for the first time. I thought it had been shut down, but maybe they opened it back up.
We'll be arriving soon.
Saori-san, I presume?
Thank you for inviting me.
RK takes... You're one of us now, Saori-san. If you would...
Certainly.
Here she is, Akutsu.
I've heard so much about you.
Have a seat. I'm not gonna ask this sake is.
Oh, there's no need.
Well, on to the moment of truth. 1 million.
It's a big pile.
This lady, except she. You see, when it comes, anybody's most of the eyes, and now. So what do you?
Well, this.
You're only just.
Oh.
What the?
Man, you were hot.
Wow. So it was you pulling Saori-chan. Don't make me laugh. Props for having the spine to.